Welcome back, folks. Our final show here, Sunday of World Championship weekend, broadcasting from Canfranc, Spain, from our private and secret village here in the foothills of the Pyrenees. My name is Dylan Bowman, joined, of course, by Adam Mary. Adam.
Hola, ¿qué tal? Maybe I speak Spanish now. I don't know,
Yeah, another amazing day as we wrap things up. How are you feeling?
Great. It was really fun watching some fast racing this morning, which we're going to get into, but it's been an awesome week, dude.
Yeah. You're not too drained getting the Freetrail treatment around these week-long events?
Not at all, dude. You guys got me on like the intern level of difficulty. Yeah. Ryan's out here on some veteran stuff, you know. So it's been fun.
Yeah, and you yesterday inspired me to start my comeback again, starting tomorrow.
Making it public. Hell yeah, dude. Accountability.
Comeback starts tomorrow, as I've said a million times. But I think, honestly, Adam gave me the pep talk that I needed to actually make progress with my own fitness. And it's easy to be inspired and motivated after watching all the performances.
So true.
Over the last 4 days. So this is our final show, wrapping up all of what was a spectacular World Championship weekend here. The classic race took place this morning. The fourth and final event, bringing everything full circle in, I think, a spectacular way. So we're going to recap some of the results from that race, and then we're just going to wrap up the whole week, some of the top storylines that we're going to take home with us. What does this mean? Set the event in context as it relates to the World Championships generally, this season, and then looking forward. Before we launch into a big thank you to the team behind the scenes, TB, who's also valiantly kept pace with Freetrail's immensely energetic pace over the last several days. We appreciate you, Tom Buchanan, on the ones and twos, and behind the screen here on their computers in the editing cave. Of course, Ryan Thrower, the vlog machine. I had goosebumps on your most recent video,
The vlogs
buddy.
are sick.
The vlogs
you gotta
are so
watch them if you haven't.
Rye, great work, buddy. Great job this week. So fun to do it together as usual. And Gracie Hins, amazing work this week too. Clipping bangers right and left. We really appreciate your work. It's been great to work together here at the World Championships. Of course, thank you also to All Conditions Gear, ACG. They have been in our corner all weekend, really helping us out. And just grateful for the support. So go to allconditionsgear.com and check out all the cutting edge innovation that Nike is applying to trail running and the outdoor space. Launching into it, the classic race today. We're just going to spend a little bit of time on this. There's a few important stories before we go a little bit deeper in the weekend in totality. So maybe just starting with the double gold, the double world champ, Nina Engelhard.
Super impressive.
So I've asked probably 10 people over the last 4 days, who is Nina Engelhard? Nobody has any idea.
Really?
Yeah. I mean,
she's not on Strava.
She's not on Instagram. Yeah. So as far as I can gather, 26-year-old German who works like a very serious, somebody said like a biotech job or something like that. Okay. Don't quote me on it again. She's a bit of an enigma, which is kind of fun in this day and age. You know, somebody who doesn't have a big digital footprint. A double world champ for Germany.
Unbelievable. And you know what? Maybe we should like revisit it. I feel like Jim will know something about her, being the student of the game that he is.
Of course, Jim is going to know something about her. But Nina Engelhard won the vertical race comfortably on Thursday, even more comfortably today. I mean, we were standing at the finish line, and there's a moment where you can catch a glimpse of them coming past, and then they've got another maybe 800 meters or a kilometer to the finish line. And we see her come past as a blur, and then we're just waiting for second and third to come by. And it took what felt like an eternity. Turned out it was about 2 minutes separation at the end, which is basically an eternity in a classic race.
Yeah. I mean, just so impressive too, seeing some of the other women and men like doubling back. And it's like pretty tough, to, have it for the classic after a really hard VK. So really impressive.
Yeah. So I went and looked on fantasy.freetrail.com, just like at her results. Really, there's only 4 things on her results page before the World Championships this year. She did win a gold medal at the European Trail Running Championships last summer in the up down.
Sick.
So I'm sure some of the Europeans sort of had a sense of what she was capable of, but probably the surprise of the weekend, just in terms of like a name that I had never heard of.
Yeah.
Getting a double gold medal in both the vertical and the up down.
Congratulations,
I mean, it's interesting because like, the one race listed for her this year is a win and second place overall at the Pitts Alpine Glacier Trail.
Yep.
Just back in August.
I mean, that's crazy.
So if you have that win plus 2 double golds at the World Championships, she's in Trail Runner of the Year combo.
For sure.
Right?
Gotta be.
Like coming out of nowhere.
Gotta be.
Congratulations to Nina Engelhard. I would love to do an interview with Nina. I don't know how to get in touch with her because I can't even send her a DM on social media. So if our German friends, if our German listeners wouldn't mind providing an introduction, we would love to help Nina share her story to the extent she's interested in doing so. But congratulations to her. Very, very inspiring to see. In second place, Ruth Gitonga Mwaki, another name I was totally unfamiliar with, a Kenyan who was about 1 minute and 55 seconds behind Nina, 1:12.54. Third place, Oria Liachi, a name that I was familiar with, a Swiss athlete who was thrilled, overcome with joy and emotion at the finish line to get a bronze medal for herself individually. And I think she did well for her home country of Switzerland. Yes, she did. We'll get to that in just a little bit. Third place, Joyce and Jeru, a name that we're definitely familiar with, who is the overall Golden Trail World Series winner in 2024, brings home a 4th place, just out of that medal contention and about 22 seconds behind Oria. And then in 5th place, Lauren Gregory. We were just looking at Lauren's Strava file. Holy cow.
Just cooked that thing. It was sick. She, was like, it was really fun to watch her race, fun to watch her finish. Definitely left it all out there and did some work for Team USA.
Huge Lauren Gregory fan.
Yeah.
She's going to be going to the Golden Trail final in 2 weeks, and it'll be fun to see her compete there. But 5th place at the World Championships for somebody her stage in her career, it feels like she's just getting started.
Yeah, amazing
Sky's
result.
the limits, and obviously we'll get to the team competition here shortly, but we needed Lauren Gregory out there for Team USA, and she was only 1 second behind Joyce and Jeru. And speaking of the moment where we could see them with 800 meters to go, she passed the Ugandan there in the final closing stretch. So great competitiveness.
Kicking it in hard
for Lauren Gregory. Speaking of the Ugandan, that was Rispa Sharap. She finished just 4 seconds behind Lauren Gregory in 6th place. Then it was Niel Clement, a French athlete, 1:14.09. Then it was Gloria Chibet, another Kenyan, in 8th, 1:14.39. Then in 9th place, it was Saibe Chibet, a Ugandan, 1:15.03, rounding out the top 10. A Canadian, Elisa Morin, 1:15.16. That's our women's top 10. Any other thoughts before we move to the men?
Just like looking into some of the Strava files from folks who raced today in the Classic, just noting like what an intense kind of red line style of racing it is. So different than the long trail that we were watching yesterday. I mean, these people are literally pinning their heart rate at like 180 at the beginning and then just riding it the entire race. So just super impressive to see. I don't know how different the sport is, like we're running on the same trails, but like approaching it in such a different way.
Yeah. And as has been the case in several previous world championships with the uphill and the up down, Africa, very, very strong. 3 Kenyans, 2 Ugandans, so
Crushing.
5 Africans in the top 10, pulling great performances for both individual and team medals, which again, we'll get to in a little bit. Moving over to the men, Philemon Kiriago. Certified and fan favorite, somebody we've gotten to know over the last couple of years as he has been competing valiantly in the Golden Trail World Series and the Mountain Running World Cups, brings home his first individual gold medal.
Not even close.
As a trail runner, and also, one felt like fairly comfortably.
45 seconds and kind of the Africa show in the top 10 on the men's side.
Yeah. And we'll remember Philemon Kiriago coming off a big victory at Sears and all.
Yes.
So which is objectively, we do this analysis all the time. Sierra Zanol is the most competitive mountain race of the year. A victory there, a victory at the World Championships. Plus, if you look through his results this year, he's got multiple victories and podiums, including things like Trofeo Nasego and Isola, which are very important here in Europe. He's in Trail Runner of the Year conversation too.
Yeah, for sure.
Congrats to Philemon Kiriago, our 2025 world champion in the classic race. In second place, Martin Kiprotich from Uganda, 45 seconds back, 103.14. Then Paul Machoka from Kenya, 103.25. Dominic Rowley, somebody I don't know anything about. He looked very strong coming in, very strong. Swiss athlete and the first non-African in fourth place. 103.56. Then it was back to Kenya. Ken Koros finishes in fifth, 104.08. Michael Salelo finishes in sixth, 104.24. So that means that 5 of the top 6 Africans in the men's race.
Crazy.
Sorry, 6 of the top 7. Aziz Chebet from Uganda.
Yes, yeah.
It was 7th also, 104.30. And then Brian Rodriguez from Mexico. We were cheering loud for him as he stormed his way in. Awesome to see Mexico represented in a top 10
100%
race here today. 104.38. Jonathan Camilo Castillo, who I believe also performed well in the vertical on Thursday, brings home 9th place from Colombia. 104.38. So Mexico and Colombia, and then Isacco Costa from Italy rounds out our top 10, 105.01.
Crazy.
Yeah. Just like we said in the uphill race, it feels like when we look at these results, it's kind of a glimpse into the future. Right? A lot of these names are young, up and coming athletes. A lot of them probably coming from, the track and road background, experimenting with trails, a lot of talent, big engines, and short distance race, only 9 miles, an hour for the men, an hour and 10 for the women. This is the type of platform that you build for, future potential competition in the short trail, long trail, CCC, UTMB, Western States, et cetera.
Totally. Yeah. It's, it's first of all, very cool to see, such an international kind of representation across the top 10. Mm-hmm. Like, as much as I like to root for USA, it's like USA didn't even crack the top 10.
Yep.
Guys showed out. But I was talking to Noah Williams a little bit about the short trail, and he was kind of musing like, man, if we want to really like lock up a gold medal or something, like we all need to dedicate to this event in the future. And I wonder like if there's anything there for a race like this for the U.S. men and or women, like just really needing to prioritize the whole season around being in this type of fitness. Yeah.
You got to go France mode.
Yeah, exactly.
You got to really focus on this race specifically.
As a team.
And there's great examples, not only with the French team, but other great athletes and great performances this week were people that were hyper focused on just this race.
Yes.
Tove Alexanderson comes to mind, who's been here for a month. Freddie Tranchard came here with the French national team. Obviously, Jim was here. Katie did a training camp. You got to be on point. You got to come lay your eyes on it. You got to come put your feet on the trail. Totally. You got to come experience it.
And I wonder how the Africans like prepared, I don't know much about how Kenyans or Ugandans prepared for this race, but
neither do I.
Certainly very fast road fit.
The proof is on the podium.
Exactly.
They prepared well enough to get a lot of individual medals and team medals. Speaking of which, the team medals from the Classic today, starting with the women, the Kenyans, absolute dominance in first place, a total scoring, total points of 14. Again, this is cross-country scoring here in the Classic race. In second place, the Stars and Stripes.
Yes.
So Lauren Gregory was in fifth, and then Anna Gibson and Courtney Coppinger were 13th, 14th.
Yes, fighting it out at the end. Like literally Courtney like buried herself. Yeah. I think Anna did too, but like, they were out kicking, looks like Spain.
Switzerland was third.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yeah. So the United States total points were 32. Switzerland was bronze medal as a team with 35.
Dude.
So thanks to Anna and Courtney's hustle there at the end, we narrowly edged out for a silver medal. It's going to be great to see them receive that this evening at the closing ceremony. Moving over to the men, again, no surprise, the Kenyans dominated. Their point total, 9. That means the total finishing places of their top 3 athletes was 9. So just scrolling back to the results here. 1 + 3 + 5 = 9.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Kenya runs away with it, literally and figuratively. Uganda holding strong in second. Total points of 27 for the silver. And then Italy rounds out the medals with a bronze with 37 points. And then I just got to give a special honorable mention shout out to the Stars and Stripes. Our boys from the USA narrowly missed the medals, finishing in 4th place. Great effort to those guys. Actually, Gracie and I saw them finishing their cool down, and we got to give them some high fives while they were out there. So
yeah, they crushed.
Great work to everybody who is out there, and special shout out to Team USA. Speaking of special shout outs, we got to get to San Marino here. Yesterday, we didn't field a squad. Maybe set up San Marino one final time for our audience.
Yeah, so if this is the first time you're hearing about San Marino, the Boulder Boys and Freetrail have adopted the country of San Marino. It's surrounded entirely by Italy. It's in the northeastern part of Italy. We bumped into them on the trails like the second day we were here. They were fans of the pods, and so we've been showing them love, following along with their racing all week, and great to see them showing out here today.
Yeah, so San Marino at least fielded a men's team here at the Classic. Doesn't look like they fielded a women's team. Again, they didn't field either team in the long trail yesterday, but we root for San Marino here. That's right. I got to give a shout out to Davide Vernucci, Lorenzo Bugli, and Luca Sansoni. Great job, Team San Marino. They finished 28th team out there today in the Classic.
Awesome.
Great work to San Marino.
Representing San Marino well.
Yeah, feel free to send me a DM so I can send you my mailing address for the team kit. Again, desperate for that. All right, that kind of covers today's race. Again, with an hour of competition, there's not a lot to talk about there like there was yesterday, but we still have a lot to cover.
Yes.
As we sort of look at like this weekend in totality, what the top stories were, what we can take from our experience here. First thing I wanted to start with, which was one of our big storylines coming in, was just the increased significance of the World Championships in general. Looking ahead to 2027, which is in Cape Town.
Yes.
Maybe in context, like having competed in 2022, having followed in 2023, having been here again in 2025. Explain just your feelings leaving this. Did this feel like a significant event? How do you look forward to 2027?
Yeah, I mean, just to be honest, like on the trail running calendar, it is a significant, highly competitive event. So it was great to see a high density of competition here, some like truly world-class performances. We'll get to the numbers that back that up later, but like, I think beyond the trail running significance, I remember feeling this in Thailand, but I felt it again here. Like culturally as a human, it's like really special to get to be surrounded by people from literally all over the world. And you have this common thing that you are passionate about. Mm-hmm. And, it's just like, especially in this day and age, it's like, it's so good to like bump shoulders and rub elbows with people who are different than you.
Yeah. And last night, somebody from Team Ireland came up to you and just said, "Hey, huge Boulder Boys stan."
Yeah. Turns out my family, like way back, is, part Irish, and we're from the same county. Yeah. So it's like super fun to just chat it up with her.
Yeah. It's been so fun, to your point, to just witness trail running culture and how it unifies all these people from all 4 corners of the globe.
Yeah.
And certainly like millions of people coming up to me, you, Ryan, et cetera, to just say, like, appreciate the work. And it just is
meeting people's parents, you know, and it's different than a UTMB or Western States where visually you don't see like, oh, this is a person from Kenya. This is a person from Mexico. It's a cool aspect of the World Champs for sure.
One thing I'm looking forward to as we begin to anticipate the 2027 World Championships, which again are going to be held in Cape Town, South Africa, is that this event, of course, was like hyper alpine, hyper mountainous, hyper technical.
Yep.
Of course, Cape Town has its own style of technicality, but it's going to be a very different type of experience in a way that I think highlights the diversity of all disciplines of trail running, right?
Totally.
And will maybe favor different athletes and therefore maybe provide equally exciting, though different storylines.
Yeah, totally. Such a great point. Yeah. I don't know. It's been amazing.
Yeah. Harmo is turning 40 right around the World Championships in 2027.
Sick.
So we've already been talking this week about like, well, maybe we bring the whole family. My son will be 5 then.
Oh, perfect.
So we can all fly to South Africa, do the World Championships trailgating. Then we celebrate Harmo's 40th birthday.
Check out
We
some
go on
wine.
some safari.
Yep.
Have a nice family vacation afterwards.
Yeah. Stellenbosch is a great wine region.
All right.
Right there.
All right.
Go check it out.
Can
Drew
we lock-
Holman has a rec for you.
Can we lock you in for 2027, Adam?
Yeah, I hope so. I'm trying to make the team though, you know what I'm saying? So
All right. If you don't make the U.S. team,
then you got me.
You're
Then I'm
shoo-in
there.
for the
I'm
Freetrail
there.
team.
I'm
okay?
there.
How
I'm
about
there.
that? All
Love
right,
it.
Perfect.
Love it.
TB, we're moving along to our final medal counts here, the 2025 World Championship, starting with the individuals here. So as Tom pulls up our graphic here, again, this is from Freetrail Analytics. Thank you to Travis Longcar for pulling all this together. Again, you can find this yourself at fantasy.freetrail.com. Click the stats tab and then click analytics. We do our best to satisfy the data nerds and the stats heads out there in the trail running ecosystem. So starting with the individuals here, Kenya runs away with it. 5 total individual medals, though only 1 gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is interesting.
1 gold, 2 silvers, 2 bronze, but 5 total, 2 medals ahead of the of the United States. I almost said the Western states. The United States, 3 medals, 2 golds and 1 bronze individually. Of course, those 2 golds were Jim Walmsley and Katie Scheid. That bronze was Anna Gibson.
Baller.
Putting us on the board here and bringing us up to 2nd overall in the medal count. Then it's France, 1 gold, 2 silvers on the individual side. Spain, 2 silvers and a bronze. Germany, 2 golds. Nina Engelhard putting Germany on the map.
Crazy.
Period. Switzerland, a gold and a bronze. Sweden, Tove Alexanderson bringing home that individual gold. Finland with a silver from the vertical. Nepal, Sumaya Buddha
Amazing.
with a silver in the long trail. Uganda with a silver here today. Great Britain with a bronze. Italy with a bronze. Those are our individual medals here. Just like having not thought about this a lot, feels right to me. You know, like no big surprises jump out. No like major absence from any countries. What do you think?
It feels wrong to me, dude. No, I'm it's just interesting. Like I would have expected Italy to probably rack up a few more medals than that. Like 1 is kind of like, dang, like, I don't know. Like that's a little bit of a surprise. Seeing Kenya with only 1 gold, like kind of makes sense. Like, did they even field a long trail team?
No.
So it's like they're
so they won the medal count, basically only fielding uphill and classic teams.
Yeah, which is crazy, but like, I don't know. It's just there is some interesting stuff in here, you know. But yeah, super cool to see Nepal represented on there.
Yeah.
A little bit of like, you know,
Finland too, you know, like.
Yeah, exactly.
2 Scandinavian countries. And then, like France and Spain being up there in the mix. No surprise.
Makes
Switzerland
sense.
Also. But yeah, I think your point is right. Like if you think of like power rankings of countries in the sport, it's usually some combination of France, Spain, Italy, United States, especially in like mid-long distance stuff.
Yeah.
If we're thinking short distance, then we bring in the African countries.
Totally.
So Italy maybe underperformed their expectations individually.
Yep.
But this is a perfect segue. Transitioning to the teams here. Who leads?
Italia. Crazy.
So there's no I in team, as we say.
That's right.
It's about the team medals, maybe for the Italians.
That's right.
You know, they are a very family oriented people.
Yeah.
You know, so maybe the Italians were emphasizing the collective success of their teams rather than the individual success.
It's a great point. We heard from Fred yesterday that France definitely was as well. She ranked right up there with Italy. So
yeah. So, okay. 5 team medals for Italy, 2 golds and 3 bronze, followed by France in second place, 1 gold, 2 silvers, 2 bronze. Again, we said this yesterday. France is vindicated.
Yep. 100%.
Yep. The skipping all the UTMB races. Here they are. Sitting in second place in the overall medal count as a result. The United States with 3 silvers and a bronze. Shout out to the Stars and Stripes. 3rd overall in the medal count. Kenya.
Straight gold bar.
And just a straight gold bar. Straight gold bar. Respect to the Kenyans. Of course, a country filled with running talent. It's great to see them being successful here at the World Championship. Spain, gold and silver. Switzerland, silver and bronze. Sweden, Tove Alexandersson pulled the entire team to a team gold medal.
Boss.
Again, we're going to go deeper on that performance here later in the show. And then Uganda, silver for the team today. And then Canada, like we said yesterday, their first ever team medal in the uphill on Thursday.
So exciting.
That's our team medal count. Thanks, TB. That does it for our graphics package for the week.
Yeah.
So, thank you to our production team, that being Thomas Buchanan.
And Travis back home, right?
Travis back home.
Crunching the numbers.
Okay, quickly touching on the U20 race here. There's a couple fun things to talk about as we bang through some of the fun storylines. So on the women's side, an individual by the name of Julia Earle won the U20 race today, 8-kilometer event. This name might sound familiar to people who've been watching and listening to our shows the last few days. Julia Earle, the sister of Lucas Earle.
Crazy.
Who was held out of competition by the Ole Miss athletic department. Again, Lucas, we missed you here at the World Championships, and Ole Miss, shame on you for not letting him compete. Julia redeems the entire family.
100%.
Redeems Ole Miss's mistake.
I guess, it's like Lucas, maybe he would have been standing on top too, It's so cool to see her win though, in a very convincing fashion.
Yeah. It's baller too. She's a German. Nina Engelhard won both the uphill and the classic here today, a German. So could be Julia Earle is the next Nina sort of thing. Again, glimpsing
It's kind of looking
into
like
the
it.
future. We have had so much good feedback on our interview with Sofia Rodriguez.
Yeah.
What a superstar in the
highlight
making.
of the week for sure.
16 years old, competing in U20, so clearly at a disadvantage, competing against older, more developed athletes.
Showed out today.
14th overall for Sofia.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really impressive run.
And then just wanted to give a shout out to a couple American boys who finished in the top 10 on the U20 side. Asher Oates and Cadell Ruthven. Again, don't know much about these guys, but was able to at least give some high fives to the U20 team for the U.S. And it'll be fun to maybe keep tabs on these names in the future.
Definitely.
As they, experiment with the trail side of the sport. I think all of them are clearly very talented and could probably take their running careers in any number of different directions. So it's just exciting to see them being interested in trails, period, right?
Big ups.
All right. Next storyline that we've been kind of talking about all week, and this is going to take us a couple of minutes to get through, the doublers.
Oh, yeah.
I've got an exhaustive list here.
Let's hit it, dude.
All right. So again, as we talked about in our top 10 storylines here and throughout the week, the entire men's top 10 from OCC doubled back.
Yep.
We revisited this in yesterday's show, but all 5 of the people doubling from OCC to Long Trail yesterday also finished in the top 10. So, of course, Jim Walmsley won to get his second world championship. Christian Minogio went second place in OCC to 4th place here. Andre Witek went 3rd place OCC, 7th place here. Petter Engdahl, 4th place at OCC, 6th place here. Christian Jones, 5th place at OCC, DNF'd the short distance race.
Yep.
So, and I talked to somebody who I can't remember now, but they told me they had spoken to Christian and he had said he just didn't have the mental motivation, didn't have the energy to go to the well again.
Totally understandable.
We heard a lot of people who went into that short course race and had to find extra layers of motivation to get to the finish line.
Yes.
But Christian Jones DNF'd in the short race. Adam Peterman, 6th place at OCC, 8th place yesterday.
So solid.
Luca Del Perro, 7th place OCC to 6th place in the short distance.
Yep.
So he was able to pull that double. Antonio Martinez Perez, 8th place OCC to 13th place
Solid.
in the short. Solid run from the Spaniard. David Norris was 9th place in OCC, and then we can pull it up, but he was somewhere in that 20th area, maybe 25th today.
Yes.
So solid showing from David Norris in the Classic, which is a weird double, OCC
Very
to
different.
Classic.
Yeah.
And then Sam Hendry, just wanted to give him a shout out. The Canadian, 10th place at OCC, 59th place in the short. So he spent some time in the proverbial box, but made it to the finish line.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's just so cool to hear that breakdown. Like, it clearly sounds like the OCC double to something else a month later is doable. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe not the same with the CCC dub.
And we should say, we've mentioned the next World Championship is going to be in Cape Town. It's going to be taking place, I think, the second weekend in October.
Nice.
So it's going to be slightly later in the season.
Yeah.
So that it will hopefully not interfere as much with athletes who want to compete at UTMB.
Amazing.
Which is really important, I
Yes.
think, for the sport in general, for the health of the sport, for the health of the professional athletes, to not make them feel the pressure, because they do feel the pressure to compete at UTMB.
Totally.
Not only from brands and sponsors, but to be relevant in the sport. And it's a bucket list thing. Like,
Yes.
these events have to be spaced out more. They
Yes.
have to be. And I think whoever makes these decisions understands that after this cycle. So it'll be 2 weeks later next year. I would like to see it pushed back even a little bit more, or pushed early in the season to like April, May, or maybe early June, like Innsbruck was.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So a couple more doublers here from the UTMB World Final events. Judith Weider, we haven't talked about her yet, but of course has been one of the best athletes in the sport for many years.
Totally.
Swiss dominator, a DNF in short trail because of the wasp incident.
Yep. An allergic reaction, right? Yeah.
So
bummer.
For those who didn't see, there was a bunch of people got stung by a wasp's nest that was evidently on course. Judith being one of them, allergic reaction, pulled out of the race for safety reasons. Good choice by Judith. Unfortunate DNF. Maud Mathis was a DNS in the short race. Don't know why.
Yep.
Of course, she was a podium finisher at OCC. Sarah Alonso, I'm such a big fan of hers. Second place behind Tove Alexanderson after her third place finish at OCC. So good double OCC to short for
Amazing
Sarah Alonso.
run.
And then Jasmine Lothar, 9th place OCC, 4th place long distance. Have you chatted with her yet?
No, I didn't see her today, but
I just saw
baller
her.
run.
Yeah, I just saw her, and she posted this too, but basically she was like, man, if I had 20 extra kilometers, like who knows how far she could have run.
Hard charging. Yeah.
Great performance. She seemed very happy, although of course, like a little bit of that painful just off the podium, just out of medal contention feelings. Martina Milnarczyk, I actually didn't look up her official finishing placement in the Classic, but CCC champion, doubling back to the Classic, a very difficult double, going from a 100K race to a 14K race. She was definitely well outside of medal contention, but I think she was a finisher, hopefully. Are you pulling it up there, Adam?
Yeah.
Well, you're looking it up. Just moving on down the list here. Sylvia Nordskar, also a doubler. She was second place at CCC to 15th in the long course race. So a solid performance from Sylvia. We've talked about this already. David Sinclair and Eli Hemming going second and 7th respectively at CCC to 18th and 19th respectively.
Yep.
It's funny. I feel like Eli and David are like super evenly matched, you know?
Yeah. I mean,
they finished 18th, 19th. And remember at Broken Arrow, they finished first, second.
Yes.
Like and at JFK, they were duking it out through halfway before Eli faded a little bit.
both such great athletes.
Yeah. And they're both doing, Eli's doing Kodiak 100K. He told us today.
Yep.
Not sure what David Sinclair's doing next, but
I've got a Martina update. Retirado, dude.
Oh no.
Retirado she dropped out at 7K.
Yeah, so probably the first loop.
Something happened.
Yeah. All right. Well, too bad for Martina, but she can still, hold her head high this season after
No
the
doubt.
beautiful victory at CCC. Finally, Allison Baca, 10th place at CCC I don't have her official finishing place in the long course
We'll pull
either,
it up
but
here.
probably somewhere in the 25 to 35 range. We talked to her today. She was definitely disappointed.
She was 23rd.
23rd.
Honestly, solid.
Totally.
Really solid.
But she was 6th at the World Championships in 2023.
I know.
And as you said, she's been training in and around this area.
Yeah.
So I'm sure just came into this really wanting to improve on 6th.
Yeah.
Knowing that, a podium, a medal here is the type of thing that can change your career as an athlete. So
for sure,
Allison Baca has been having a great season.
Yeah.
Probably in UROY conversation.
Yeah. We were chit-chatting a little bit and just to, not to overshare for her, but just, she's a parent, has a kid, doing mom stuff. And I think it's inspirational that she gave her best, finished strong, while being a mom. Sometimes you have to take care of your kid and it's not optimal for your race performance. And that's how it goes,
Yep.
Yeah. Super proud.
Yep. Shout out to all the parents
100%.
out there. And we're going to get to Caleb in a second, but I got to chat with him today.
Yeah.
Had his son Marshall just strapped to his chest. He's nursing his bum knee, but probably letting Morgan go have a day out on the trails herself or whatever.
Yeah.
He's out there still cheering people on at the classic event, being a dad, balancing it all after disappointment for him. Tyler Green also talked to him today.
Yep.
Comes out here after his family just welcoming their second kid. He finished 31st place, just kind of slogged through it all day. So
and also huge shout out to the parents that are supporting their athletes here.
Yep.
Shout out Summer, Christian Allen's wife, out there today. 4 kids. She had 4 kids by herself, all under the age of what seemed like 5. One strapped to her, 3 in the stroller, looking cool as a cucumber, chit-chatting with us. It was just how are you doing this? So
not
impressive.
only that, but Summer Allen flew with all 4 kids alone.
Yeah. Crazy.
Queen.
Yeah, queen.
Shout out to all the parents. Yeah, I'm trying to think of any moms or dads who crushed it on the podiums this weekend. Maybe we can revisit that in a rest day podcast in the future. But
yeah.
And also I was chatting with Vincent Bouillard this morning and his partner Camila. They're expecting in December too. So, again, trying to compete at this level while balancing life is a challenge for every single one of the athletes out there.
100%.
And it's always appreciated, whether the race goes perfectly or if it goes terribly, there's some lifestyle element that contributes one way or another.
Yes.
So, trying to control things to the extent we can in life is often a fool's errand. Sometimes it's just good luck. You just have a moment where things are going smoothly. It's reflected in your training and therefore it's reflected in your performance. So for those who are on the opposite side of that equation, certainly that's part of the game, right?
Yes.
All right. That's the doublers.
Awesome segment.
Fun storyline. Moving on. Our next story. This is great. And again, shout out to Travis for identifying this. Travis, the king of trail technology, Freetrail's advanced analytics department. Tove Alexanderson, highest ever ITRA performance index. So theoretically, the greatest women's trail running performance ever based on ITRA's algorithm. 877 was her score. Previously, the highest ever score. Can you guess?
I think I remember what you said it was.
Go ahead.
Wasn't it Courtney Was it States?
Yes.
Yeah. 870?
875.
875. Okay.
So 877 just beats 875 for Tove Alexanderson.
I mean, it kind of was like that type of performance. It was like, whoa.
Doesn't feel unreasonable.
Like eyeball emoji if you aren't watching the video. Yeah. It's just like eyes wide, like, holy crap, that's crazy.
Yeah. So again, Tove won the short distance world championship by 34 minutes. The top 10 men were separated by 17.
She was wasn't she in the top 20?
She was
men?
25th.
No, 25th. Yeah, you're right.
Like Katie was the following day. And then Courtney's race from Western States, we'll remember, she finished like an hour and 15 minutes in front of Katie.
Crazy.
And I mean, being there in person, she finished 7th overall that year. One of the highlights of my career and a gift to just be able to witness. I feel similarly about Tove's performance here this weekend. It'll go down in history.
Yeah.
I mean, theoretically, one of the greatest performances in trail running history. And again, a name that I would guess 90% of our audience has never heard.
Yeah, although we did have some people in the comments on YouTube being like, we know Tove.
Oh, of course.
And we know Ice Bug. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
Ice Bug. Okay. Tove wasn't alone out there.
No.
Have you ever heard of Jim Walmsley before?
I think so. Yeah, I think I've heard of him.
All right. Jim Walmsley's long course performance yesterday earned an ITRA performance index ranking of 970.
Just crazy.
Yeah. And so just like Tove, now up there as one of the greatest performances in history, tied with Remy Bonnet.
Yep.
From an uphill race in Switzerland called Narivu Molson.
Yep.
It's a 10K race with like 1,200 meters, so it's not a pure VK.
Sure.
Got to be honest with you, I don't know anything about this race. Never followed it in my life.
Yeah.
Doesn't get a lot of media attention.
Yep.
But Remy's performance there, based on ITRA's performance index from 2023, mind-boggling.
Yep.
Also scored exactly 970. So Jim Walmsley and Remy Bonnet's performances, according to ITRA, the best ever. Jim yesterday doing Jim things. We're waiting for him to come into studio now.
I was going to say certified gangster performance, but I would be curious, and maybe Jim will, you know, when he graces us with his presence here in studio, would wax on like, do you think that was like your best performance of all time?
Yeah.
I don't know.
We'll ask him.
Nice
cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Speaking of Remy,
such a nice guy.
Such a great guy.
Yeah.
Had him in studio yesterday.
Pleasure.
We didn't talk about it in our interview, but we chatted with him about it off air.
Oh.
Do you want to share what?
Well, I don't know. You go.
Remy Bonnet said he would like to run the Western States 100 in 2027.
So exciting. Eyeball emojis for real. You know, it's like, yeah, he's into it.
Yeah.
Very excited.
So Adam and I were advising him on places where he might be able to gain his golden ticket. Of course, the golden tickets are far from being announced for 2027 at this point, but you know, based on historical precedent, we have some ideas of how to guide the great Swiss champion and the uphill world champion here this weekend. But Remy Bonnet now seriously starting to think not only mid-distance, but maybe even long distance.
Yeah, and just so cool hearing from a legend like Remy. He's like, I watch it every year, and like, you know, he's excited to race it.
Yeah.
Maybe one day soon.
Yeah. All right, our next little theme here, a fun one. The box occupier of the week.
Amazing.
Remind people what being in the box means.
Oh yeah. Well, so this is a term coined by Adam Peterman, and it described our time in Thailand at the World Champs in 2022, being in a pain cave, a humidity induced pain cave, was Adam's recollection, just stuck in a hot box, you know? And, you know, we were chatting on air with Adam when he came in for an interview about maybe the box isn't relevant for, you know, this World Champs. Maybe it's like an expanse of pain. We'll have to check back in with him on what his new pain metaphor is post race. But, yeah, that's what the box is. And so it's like the box occupier is like, who is really stuck into a really hard effort out there in one of these races, who we're going to, you know, give that award to.
Who valiantly occupied the box for you this weekend, Adam Murray?
Well, when you asked me this question, it was like an immediate no-brainer for me. Helen Mino Faulkner. Dude, just I got to race with her at Broken Arrow, so I got to see a little bit what she's capable of. Also, follow Running Rants with Helen on YouTube. Great content. But she is, super capable. Like, definitely could have been in the top 10 perhaps on a great day for her. Yeah. And instead, she, I think she was like coming into the race with like maybe a little niggle of some kind, but took the line anyway. And, think like went through the first checkpoint in 9th. I think she finished in like 85th, but like just stuck it out, representing USA. And, I think it's just so cool when people like that just finish, and she, just like Adam Peterman at States. Yeah. And I think she wrote in an Instagram post, she's like, I learned that like it felt so much better to finish 85th than to not finish. Yep. And it's just like, hell yeah, dude. Box occupier.
She finished 32 minutes before the cutoff.
So sick. Yeah. Amazing.
I had HMF written down as my box occupier of the week too. Okay. I am such a big fan of Helen. Fan. She is just like marches to the beat of her own drum. She's got such a fun personality, doesn't take things too seriously, but can also shred. Yep. Just really appreciate her. But for the sake of giving somebody else a shout out, I got to give my box occupier of the week to the Hilly Goat. Hillary Allen. We haven't talked about this all week.
It's a great opportunity.
We did have Jen Lichter in studio to talk about how she had to pull out of the race due to injury in the long trail competition. What that did was force Team USA to find an alternate. Hillary Allen, the Hilly Goat, who has been a great athlete in the sport for many years and who had qualified for the uphill team, all of a sudden has the opportunity to race for Team USA in long trail. Yep. She finished 69th place, not scoring for Team USA, had no reason to make it to the finish line, had already had a solid uphill race. I haven't spoken to her yet. I haven't seen if she's posted anything. But to me, just seeing her be game to jump onto that course at the last minute and to get it done and not quit, even though she's well outside of any sort of personal goals or team goals. Yeah. Box occupier.
100%. I bumped into her today and, she was all smiles, just like said she had a great time out there, such a beautiful course, and she really enjoyed it. Yeah. So such great range, you know.
This feels like another good transition to somebody else who would be in box occupier conversation. So this next storyline here from this week is the Boulder boy becomes a Boulder man.
100%. Yeah.
Give a shout out to your boy.
Dude. Yeah. So watching the race unfold for Seth, kind of a similar story. And I knew we were going to talk about this anyway, so I wanted to give the box occupier to someone else. But Seth, I think what did we say? He like went back to 50th and then climbed back up to 32nd or something, So it's like just a really tough day for him. I think maybe the body wasn't quite ready. It was a lot of running that he's not like super accustomed to, like really tough trails and off trail sections. And just, again, he very easily could have retire autoed, and dropped out. And he just kept working, and like, I think we've been talking a lot about Year of the Boy this year, and I think it's Year of the Man now, you know, like he manned up, he got the finish. I was so proud of him.
Dude, I can't wait to start using retire auto for DNF.
Retire auto, dude.
That's the new word for DNF.
Yeah.
Shout out to Seth Ruling.
Shout out.
Again, sort of similar story.
Yes.
You can find any number of reasons to bail. He did not.
No.
We bumped into him there at the finish line yesterday as we were going to the awards ceremony for the long trail.
Also, all smiles. Said his quads were wrecked.
Yeah.
As did Noah Williams.
But the best part about it was he had been on the beers with Jim Walmsley.
That's right.
Right after Jim finished, Jim and Seth go to the bar, have a couple brews.
That's right.
Seth gets to see the gold medalist in the glow of his amazing achievement. Yeah. That's only going to make the Boulder man even more of a future champ, right?
So true. So true. Yeah. And, Seth's been having a great time here. I've bumped into him a couple times at Worlds, and so I'm sure he'll be back, though perhaps for a different distance.
Okay, let's keep the show moving here. A couple more things to get to before we wind down. There was overwhelming support for your diatribe on yesterday's show about the fact that medal splitting at a world championship is distasteful maybe is the wrong word.
I think I said some baby back bull crap, you know, like, and it was great to have that outpouring of support, you know? So yeah, I don't, you know, it's nice to hear that the fans also, you know, didn't love that. We were joking around. It's like, maybe they both should have got bronze, you know, or whatever. But yeah, it was nice.
Yeah. You know, it's funny because I was just chatting with Vincent Bouillard, and apparently, you know, on the French team, they're Freetrail people. They listen to the show. And I'm hoping to get. I would love to do a pod with that whole French winning gold medal squad from Long Trail.
Yeah.
In which case we could talk about it a little more, like in a longer form context.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, obviously we're just having fun.
Of course,
here.
we're just having fun. We're just having fun.
We're just having fun here.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is. It does open just, I think, an interesting conversation for the future about like, at what races is it appropriate? At what races might it be appropriate to institute rules that you do compete all the way to the finish line? And people will have different opinions. I think reasonable people can disagree about it. So,
of course,
it was funny. There's a lot of people who share your opinion on it too. Okay. Last thing I just wanted to say here. Oh, wait, no, we skipped over this. Caleb Olson and Francesco Puppi. I think our audience, I'm not sure if either is posted yet, so this may be older news, but I had a chance to talk to both. It sounds like you talked to Poopy too.
Yes.
So maybe you got to start with Poopy.
Yeah. I bumped into Fran and was just like congratulating him on his amazing comeback top 10 performance, and asked him what happened, dude, because like you were with the front pack and then went back to 50th, you know, like what went on. And he was just like, dude, I had really bad cramps on the descents. And, you know, he apparently wasn't able to run as much as he had hoped in the buildup. So he like only really started running a few days before the race.
He said he had an injury in his glute.
Yeah.
And so he couldn't run for 10 days.
Yeah. So like coming into the race, he was like, like this might be bad from like an eccentric loading standpoint. Sounds like that's what happened. Just quads were not ready for this punishing course. And he was like, yeah, dude, I just like babied the downhills and then ran the ups really hard. And that's how he came back, which is crazy to think that like him babying the downhills and then running the ups results in that kind of performance. Imagine if he could have run both fast, you know?
Yeah. What he said to me was like, yeah, it would have been great to kind of be up there with Jim, but you know, hopefully we'll get a chance to race each other again in the future.
Hey, I'm sure they will.
For the sake of the fans, we hope so too. Maybe even at Western States 2026.
I mean, I wouldn't be surprised.
And we'll see. We'll maybe talk to Jim about what his plans are in the future. One more thing I wanted to just touch on. Patrick Kipnano, this is a storyline we had at the beginning of the week. He was going for the three-peat in the uphill. He got a bronze. I just wanted to give a shout out to him. To me, amazing. 3 cycles in a row to get a medal. Pretty amazing.
Yeah, super impressive.
Anything else come to mind for you?
I don't think so. Yeah, we've covered a lot. Yeah.
All right. Well, it was a weekend of hot competition out on the trails, but somebody here in studio has also been competing really, really hard over the last couple of days. Ryan, if you could please come to the couch and share with us.
What do you mean the last couple of days? It's been like months.
Please welcome Ryan Thrower.
Yo, what up? It's your boy Ryan.
All right,
lounging.
So it sounds like Martina Valmasoy gave you some trash talk, sort of being relayed some trash talk. So tell the story for the audience.
Yeah, would she get 6th, 7th?
I think 7th.
Yeah, she crosses the finish line, sits there for a second, sees me, comes over, and she goes, "I'm supposed to kick you in the nuts," from Dakota, because Dakota and I play chess every day online, and he beat me the first game, and then I think I beat him 14 games in a row. And then he beat me a game. So I was like, dude, that's uncalled for. I was like, but he just beat me. And she goes, yeah, I know, 2 days ago. Like, she knows all the like in and outs of our chess matches, because I think he vents to her.
Yeah.
So he beat me, but we're playing right now, and it's like he's got a little, leg up on me this match, but I feel pretty good. Yeah. So that's the hot goss in the chess world that of trail running.
All right. So if anybody wants to play digital chess with Rye
or Dakota,
how do they find you?
Yeah.
My You just have to message me on Instagram. It's easier that way. Anyways, thanks for having me,
Hey,
guys.
Rye, great job this week, buddy. Amazing work. You did so well, and your vlogs are some of my favorite stuff that we've ever produced. And you're just such a brilliant artiste, and it's a joy to work with you shoulder to shoulder like we have for years. All right. In closing, just want to give a shout out to our fantasy winners here this week. Rob Prosser, we talked about, won the uphill race. He then finished 6th place in fantasy for the long course.
What the heck?
Rob Prosser, a G. He actually has a fantasy-oriented Substack.
Oh, cool.
Shout out to Rob. Put it in the comments if you can, Rob.
Yeah.
We'd love to share that with the audience so they can get some of your hard-earned wisdom. Short trail was won by Jacques Nouvel, probably a French guy. He finished 8th in the long. So Rob Prosser and Jacques Nouvel are probably in the season, leaderboard right now for fantasy based on these performances. Long trail was won by somebody with the username Benda. Good, congratulations, Benda. Classic today was won by Julien Lacoste, probably another French guy.
Yeah.
So
is there like
a lot of great global participation?
I should definitely know this. Is there like a T-foil, like trail fantasier of the year?
This is fun. Okay.
Yeah.
And this is an incentive for people to play.
Yeah.
Trail runner of the year,
Yep.
our end of season vote for the best trail athletes and trail performances of every season. This will be our 4th year doing it.
Yep.
The top 10 fantasy predictors of the year, they are included in the weighted pool.
Oh, sick.
So we have, it's open participation to everybody. Anybody can vote for Trail Runner of the Year, but we do have a select group of people whose votes we weight heavier to reflect their quote unquote expertise.
Yeah.
And people who finish top 10 in the season long leaderboard of fantasy have clearly deep knowledge and expertise of trail running. Therefore, they're included in the weighted pool.
Dude, totally reasonable, because like you can't just pick on vibes. Like these people, I'm sure, are doing like pretty in-depth research.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks everybody who participated in fantasy. If that was your name, we're going to be in touch with you for your prize packages for participating. I think that's about it.
Wow.
Okay.
What a week. What a weekend. What a world champs, know? It was sick. Seriously, like if anyone is ever in this region of Spain, like pull through. The mountains are crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. One of the highlights, I think, for me.
Yeah.
And also glad to now be kind of done with big projects for the year. So it's been an amazing season. This is my first time experiencing the World Championships, Ryan's second time. And I think this event in general is building a ton of momentum. 2027 in Cape Town is going to be amazing.
Yes.
I'm going to, as soon as I get home, start working on our bid for the USA 2029.
Heck yeah.
Whoever wants to collaborate on it, hit me up. But the World Championships is officially a proper World Championship for the
agree.
sport.
Yeah.
And we deserve it.
Yes.
And it is really fun because it is different. There's like fewer brands here, but it's all like the best athletes. It's kind of a fun, more friendly vibe, I get. There's fewer DNFs, as we talked about yesterday, because people are competing more than just for themselves, but also for their countries. And being here in Confranc for the first time, experiencing the Pyrenees, Ryan said it's the most beautiful place he's ever photographed and covered a race at. So if you can make it here, it's certainly worth a trip, and we feel privileged to have been able to experience it. As we wind down, please do make sure you subscribe to the channel, please. It would mean a lot to us. Watch Ryan's vlogs. We got 3 or 4 out of 5 done. He's working on the one from today. 4.7 of the 5 done right now. We are all going to a team celebratory fancy dinner after this.
Mahalo.
And in that spirit, I wanted to say another final thank you to the whole team here in studio. Tom, you crushed it, buddy. Broadcaster of the year from Helena. Harmony's cousin steps up. His first trail race, and you were saying to me, basically, this blew your mind. Totally different experience. Maybe we indoctrinated Tommy B into the trail
and
culture.
He's been out and about, getting photos, getting video, running the board. Total versatile
And then
player.
Gracie Hins,
Yay.
Amazing photographs. Basically, all the still photos that have appeared on our account this week have been from Gracie. We have very high standards for such, based on the fact that Ryan Thrower basically provides every photograph.
Every
that goes
time
on our
she
account.
uploads, Debo's like, "Oh my God, straight bangers!"
Straight
you
bangers.
know, yeah.
Gracie and I just had a chance to really catch up a little bit. 24 years old from Seattle, just building her career in the space. A podcaster too, the Wander Woman's Collective podcast.
Whoa.
So go find that.
Co-signed.
Gracie's going to be a powerhouse creative in the outdoor industry.
Hell yeah.
Grateful for your help this week. And Adam Mary.
Hey.
G.
Hey, speaking of G's, you know, both of us, all of us are getting to go home, as you said, ACG'd up from the feet up out here. Nike hooked it up with like crazy gear for this week. So, yeah, thanks to ACG.
ACG'd up from the feet up. Go check out allconditionsgear.com. Radical airflows in the pipeline. That ACG Ultrafly is sick. The Zagama, the Wild Horse, the Pegasus, that new hyper minimal super shoe that's coming. A lot of very, very fun and interesting stuff. They not only supported Freetrail this week, Team USA, Team Canada, Team GB, Team Germany, my favorite kits of the week this week.
Okay.
Uganda, Kenya.
The list goes on.
ACG'd up from the feet up, allconditionsgear.com. Go check out what Nike and ACG are up to in the outdoor space. And then also just one final note, we are going to have Jim in studio here. We have recorded with Frederic Trenchard and Remy Bonnet. Those will be up soon if they're not up already. We are trying to get Katie. I'll try and get Nina. I'm going to try and get Tove. So we're doing our best to get some more champions interviews, but there should be 3 champions interviews up by the time this is up or soon. So that will conclude our coverage of the 2025 World Championship.
Yeah. I know we already said it, Debo, but like, thank you. I hope everyone here feels gratitude for the effort you've put into this. So great work, dude.
All in a day's work, buddy. Super, super fun. All right. That does it. Thank you everybody for watching. Seriously, appreciate you too. Subscribe to the channel. Follow along with the stuff that we're doing. Trail running is an amazing sport. Go lace your shoes up too and go enjoy it for yourself. For Adam Mary, the rest of the team here behind the scenes, I'm Debo. Thanks for watching. Peace out.
Over and out.